Hi everybody. This video is walking you guys through your syllabus and your course calendar, and I'm going to do this as quickly as I can. There's a lot of information to cover. You will have a quiz associated with this information after. If you ever need it, the information is always available in the syllabus tab as well. And essentially this course, as you see, I'm going to have a video right here for you guys, but this course runs from August 17th to December 10th. Your final exam is December 7th to the 9th. You have a 2-hour window in those 3 days to take the exam. Your withdrawal date is November 5th. If you need to contact me, please contact me via Canvas email. The Outlook email can be a little finicky. And this is how I will be communicating with you guys every week, I should say. So again, put that email there just in case, but please do contact me via this Canvas email. That's the one I check every day. The Outlook email is more of a faculty email, and that's not checked every day. Online office hours will be available upon request by the students. If you guys need anything, you can get a response from me within 24 hours. All assignments have a 2-week grading period, but with smaller assignments, that's usually much faster. This is typically just needed for the larger essays, which do take some time to grade and leave comments on. There is an optional textbook, but absolutely not required. So if you don't feel like purchasing it, please don't. If you need anything else for the course, it's really just your laptop or your desktop, high-speed internet, of course. And then you'll want to make sure you have Microsoft Word that is required for the course. You can't turn in your writing assignments in text format or PDF. Has to be Word just because of MLA formatting that's required. So do make sure you have that. If you need it, you can always get it online for free if you don't have it already. English 102 is basically a continuation of the critical thinking that you did in English 101. Really, we were looking at argumentation, and also kind of extending that into different genres of writing. So we're looking at argumentative essays, informative essays, and then we'll also be looking at literary analysis essays. You guys can read the skills and outcomes yourself, but typically, as you know, this is an online course, so that means you are expected to interact in the course. Make sure that you're doing the work, make sure you're checking in, make sure you have access to it as well. If you ever need help with Canvas, which can occasionally have some issues, contact Canvas support. The number is right there, or you can email Distance Learning. They will be able to help you. They've been incredibly helpful for me many a time, so that is your solution. Now, if you do have a problem, I highly recommend you also take a screenshot of it and send it to me via Canvas email at the time of the issue. I can't promise that I can help fix it, but I can do my best to try. Okay, so there are 3 major units in this essay. You'll have a major unit essay per unit. The first is an argument essay where you actually don't need to add any outside sources or research. It's really just your argumentation skills. That's a 3 to 4 page essay. The second one will be an extension of that. You'll basically kind of rework the first essay and add in additional resources and research. That second essay is going to be 5 to 6 pages. And then the literary analysis essay that will close us out is over a specific short story. And that one is going to be 3 to 4 pages to end the course. For technical competencies, make sure, of course, like I said, you have internet. Make sure you have Microsoft Word. That's how you need to submit your documents. You can't obviously submit as a Google Doc or anything like that. Really, the most important thing is just make sure you have Microsoft Word. This class obviously takes an average of probably about 3 hours per week. And then you guys can read the classroom decorum. It's essentially, you guys are online. Everything you write and say is in writing. So it's expected that you have appropriate treatment of those who are in the class with you, your professor, and basically just essentially treat this as you would an in-person course. There is an attendance policy for online courses. Essentially just make sure that you are doing the work, make sure you're checking in. There is no late work for this course. The reason for that is that you will see the structure of the course is actually open to you guys, so you can work really at your pace during the week. You'll have a weekly deadline of Sunday at 11:59 p.m. But you are able to work at the pace that best suits you for the week's work, and you can also work ahead. So if you know you have a conflict coming up, say you have a vacation planned, or you know you're going to have to be out of town, and I do understand, with the situation changing with COVID, that the goal is to give you as much flexibility as possible. So you'll have an entire unit open to you at one time, and you can actually work ahead if need be. And then the second unit will open up after that first unit essay. The third unit will open up after the second unit essay. You guys can read all of this information for yourself, but there are 1 or 2 small assignments at the end of the semester, which are some extra credit opportunities. And the policy has a very clear policy on plagiarism. So essentially, don't plagiarize. It's pretty much that simple. We use a plagiarism detection tool. It's very, very good. So make sure you are citing your sources. Make sure you're not using work that's from other students or online sources without citation. And make sure that you are not recycling your own work from, say, earlier in the course or another course. All of that does go towards the idea of plagiarism. The grading scale is there for you guys. It's pretty simple. Like I said, you're going to have 3 major essays. So the first one is worth 20%, the second is 20%, and the third is 15%. And the final exam, which will take place the week of the 7th to the 9th in December, is 10%. Collectively, your discussion board is 10%, your quizzes is 10%, you'll have journals or writing assignments, which are 10%, and your participation is 5%. You guys can read about the on the course evals. There is a policy around academic ethics. So essentially, if you do plagiarize, again, please don't do it. It's really, really not worth it for a 3 to 6 page paper at max. There are a number of things that can occur. You can receive a 0 for the assignment or the examination or whatever it might be. You can result in a failing grade for the course, and you can face suspension or dismissal from the course and additional measures from the college. So really not worth it. Please don't do it. Can't say that enough. As I said, all assignments are checked by the plagiarism detection tool as well. So it will catch it every time. So just please, it's really not worth doing. If you need an accommodation, you do need to contact the disabilities office, and they will make sure to coordinate with us. There is paperwork involved, things have to be signed, so all of that does need to be coordinated through the office. Again, like I said earlier, be respectful in the course, equal opportunity, of course, throughout the course, and it is expected that you treat both your peers and your instructor with respect in an online environment. Everything, of course, is subject to change, and then we are going to look really quickly at the class schedule for you guys. So this is a tentative class schedule, barring anything that changes. Of course, back in the spring, things changed because of COVID. So right now, this is the schedule layout. But basically, your first 2 weeks, you would normally have every assignment due each Sunday at 11:59 p.m. What I'm actually going to do is extend the first week's deadline for you guys, just so you have time to settle into the course. So really, the first 2 weeks are due at the same time. And that's really just getting into the course, looking at kind of argumentation. What is argumentation? How do you read arguments? That'll be on the 30th. Week 3, from there on, will be a weekly deadline. And again, you'll have access to all of these first 5 weeks at once so that you're able to work ahead if you so choose. But each week will have a deadline, of course. So week 3 you'll start looking at your first essay assignment sheet. You'll be doing some work around your topic proposal. And then week 4 and 5, you'll be moving into doing an outline and writing your draft of your essay. Your first essay will be due on Sunday, September 20th at 11:59 p.m. On the 21st at 1 a.m., your second unit will open and you'll have access to everything in Unit 2, which is weeks 6 through 9. And that one will actually be taking the same subject and the same argumentative stance from your first essay, and you'll be adding to it, expanding on it, revamping it, revising it to make it have even more depth of sort of knowledge, documentation, and support. And so that is going to take us weeks 6, 7, and 8. We'll be working through some annotated bibliographies, using resources, integrating those resources into your essay. And then by week 9, you'll submit the second essay, which is due on Sunday, October 18th. And then Unit 3 will open for you guys. That's the up through the finals week. And that will be available to you guys as a whole. So that actually is going to shift gears completely, and we're going to move into looking at a short story and looking at literary analysis. So a form of argumentation, but really centered around a specific text. So you're going to work on that for weeks 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. And your third essay is due on Sunday, November 22nd. Because the next week is Thanksgiving, you will have no work that week. When we come back, you'll have essentially like a dead week to prepare for your final exam. And then your deadline, or your final exam, is going to be the 7th through the 9th of December. Those will be 3 full days. You'll have a 2-hour window somewhere in there to take the exam. And you'll have another extra credit opportunity here, which is due on the 9th as well at 11:59 p.m. And after that, you're done with the course. So it's pretty simple. If you guys have any questions about this, like I said, syllabus can always be found here or in the modules tab. And there is a quiz for you guys to take. So go ahead and go back to the modules tab, move down in the week 1, and take the syllabus quiz over this information. Thanks.